Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a beer from Little Beast Brewing. Oh, I haven't heard of this brewery. They're out of... I assume Portland, Oregon. They don't actually say. Oh yeah, so they say produced and bottled by them. No location. That's cool. Hey, what's this other label? Diverse in flavor farmhouse beers, blah, blah, blah. Portland. So there's like a seal about farmhouse beers. I don't know. Anyway, this is Sylvestris. Oh, you see that here. Fun label. It's fruited Gose. It has Pinot Noir grapes in a traditional German style Pilsner. Gose. Coriander, 5%. Let's take this guy. Yeah, nice little color from that Pinot Noir. That's a generally thin-skinned grape that's not going to offer too much extraction color from your wines. Pinot Noir is going to be actually one of your lighter reds. So, oh yeah, it has like a Berliner Gose, like that kind of like pale straw color with like that hint of purple that makes this funky kind of like. I guess you got a red wine and like drank a glass and tried to wash that glass with a little bit of wine in it, maybe it would look like this. I don't know. It's a hard to describe color. It's like a little bit peachy, a little bit pink, a little bit purple, fluffy white head, rocky, large bubble. Oh yeah, that smells great. That smells very sour. Holy smokes. It smells very acidic. It smells always pickly. It's probably mostly, it should be ideally just lactic acid, but so no acetic, but I get a lot of acidity on this guy. Blowing off. I definitely get the, like a sweet coriander note. No, it's kind of intense brininess, which is actually pretty scary. It smells very briny, like very salty. What else going on? Definitely get the acidity of the grapes, like a little bit of grape must, grape skin, and then the coriander's got this like, well, acidity on top of the coriander. And the coriander's got this like herbaceous note with this kind of like, sometimes it leans like quite soapy. Here it's like, it's actually quite nice. It's a little bit lemon zesty. So it's like acidity on top of lemon zesty, plus the musty grapes, plus the briny. It's a very intense aroma here. So it's got a lot going on. Aromatically, like it almost comes off like it'd be too much on the palate. So we'll see. See, that's where you're wrong, right? It comes off so aggressive on the nose, which is quite fun. Like it's got a very intense nose. Sometimes you smell a Gose and just like has so little going on. You're really disappointed. Not to say this is that disappointing, but it's the opposite here. It's got a very intense nose, but then the palate is actually not that intense. Yeah. Nice puckering acidity up front. Acidities I definitely lean medium to medium plus. Leaning on medium plus. You get a little bit of that kind of like grape must thing going on. There's a little bit of tannic drawing on the back end. I get some of that like herbaceous kind of like lightly floral, lightly citrusy coriander note. The rounding character of the salt is quite intense. It actually plays with the tannic grape skins quite nicely. This makes it very crushable beer. It leaves a really blank palate for the malt, like because it's like generally something like 30 to 50% unmalted wheat is going to be a part of the recipe. There's really not much malt to speak of. It really allows acidity, fruit, coriander, and salt to shine. That's really tasty. With this beer, you might expect maybe from the wheat like a little bit more body. Not that bodacious of the beer. 5%. It's just like crushable. It honestly almost drinks like the best analogy I can sort of think of is like Sea Quench. But this guy's at 5%. Definitely different beers, different ingredients, blah blah, different adjuncts, blah blah. Yeah, that's super refreshing. That's crushable. That's tasty. That's got a solid guide. Yeah, grape juice, coriander, sea salt. That the coriander doesn't have that kind of like overly soapy thing that I hate. The salt sits at a nice place. The acidity is noticeable and like refreshing. The wine grapes don't play too much. It's almost like second use grapes or something. Like it doesn't have too much oomph to like make it jammy or anything. It's just like there to just sell a sour beer and have a little added layer of complexity, just a film of it instead of like a layer of complexity. So I'm gonna go with a solid 95 with this one. This one's absolutely fantastic. Sylvestris, Little Beast Brewing. I assume they're Portland, Oregon. Oh no, sorry. I don't know how to read, so like I'm actually wrong. You know, you think I'm not. This is out of Clackamas, Oregon. You tell me about Clackamas. Until next time, guys. Cheers later.